Welcome, everyone, wherever you are in the world. Welcome to Hope Sparks Spotlight, where I zero in on inspiring people working to support education innovation. Today, I am so excited to introduce you to Ola Elkhatib. She's a mother, I have to say that first, talented educator, researcher, content writer, and inspirer, ICF wellbeing and mental health coach, and recent Master's in Education Grad. Woo! Way to go. I've been meaning to congratulate you. It's such a pleasure to speak with you today. And this coming week, I am going to be showcasing Ola in a Hope Brain Trust learning event. For details, please check the link below. But first, I am so excited to hear more about you, the work that you're doing. Ola, you just got your master's. How are you feeling about that, your master's in education?
It feels great. You know how long it has taken me? 4 years.
4 years.
With a baby in the middle. So, and with COVID and with everything. So 4 years done. And I can't believe it. But I have to say that also a part of me was thinking, so what's next?
Well, you just launched a new venture, and I would love to hear about that too. Do you want to share, Ola, first share where you are in the world and give us a little information about, you're in Dubai, a little information about your new venture.
Yes, absolutely. So I'm a teacher, like you shared, and a master grad, and also a wellbeing and mental health coach. And through actually interacting with my clients for my coaching sessions, they are constantly asking me for a brochure or a card that has all the packages, all the details, and all the contacts as well, how to reach out, and all of these. So this has really made me rush an early launch by the end of this July, which I'm very excited about. And I decided on the name. Maybe I should actually share it. I have been keeping that, but I know it's not going to change, so I'll share it. Elevate Education with Ola. I'm going to call it Elevate Ed.
And Elevate it. I love it.
And I'll do that through empowering the human factor, really, with education. The human factor, from according to what I see and also according to research, is very undervalued, unfortunately, in education. Be that educators, students, parents, school leaders, we are all in this together, and we all have the same outcome that we all desire, right? In the end, which is for our generation to flourish. And that really can't happen without having us modeling how to flourish in the first place.
So you're modeling how to flourish to educators and supporting them and coaching them so that they are the models for their students and learners. That's a really needed approach, and one that I hear from people all over the world. How do you help educators to also find their why and tap into their value? That was something that you shared with me, and I said, Ola, how can we get you to share that with more educators?
Yes. So, you know, when some people are cutting an apple with a knife that's not sharp enough, but then they are, whenever you tell them your knife is not sharp, they're like, well, I don't have time to sharpen it. And then there are others who actually take their time to sharpen the knife before cutting the apple. This is us every day as educators. If you don't really make the time to sharpen your knife, which is your self-awareness, if you really don't find that time to sit with yourself and think about who you are and why you're doing this and what are your values and how aligned your actions are with what you believe in the most. If you really don't do that, then what a waste of effort and time cutting your apple with a knife. That's too bad, right? And that's why I'm there. I make you find the time, because you will be in a session with me. But then the magic that I do is that you don't feel the time because you're so engaged, because my questioning will allow you to really fly, really flourish, really time travel. It's time travel because you really don't feel the time. And there is an element of challenge, yes. And there is an element of getting out of your comfort zone in a coaching session, absolutely, yes. But there is also an element of connection with your inner self, which unfortunately many educators complain that the system doesn't embrace or encourage or embody at all.
Wow, hallelujah to that. There's also something about the way that you deliver a calm. And I feel like that's a word that many educators are talking about. How do they find calm in this quite stormy landscape? So thank you for that. And I wonder if you could share more about this quote you shared in a post I read you wrote this morning. And it was, each of our relationships is life-giving or life-depleting. And I wonder if you could share a little bit in relation to educators and your work.
Yes. So if it's life-giving, then you are flourishing and you are blooming, and then you're showing everybody by example, really, you're modeling by example how you want the outcome, the desired outcome, which is your students, to become in the future. And unfortunately, the other negative example is when teachers are burned out or stressed, which is, according to research, now we are in the summer holiday, according to research, that just upon return to school, which is early September or end of August, and just by the half-term break in October, just during 2 months, 76% of educators would already find themselves overwhelmed and stressed. And what a shame, really. So somebody has to do something, right? And it's really a collective responsibility, and it's also every individual's responsibility to take care of themselves. But we cannot always keep on blaming educators. We really need to give them an extra hand, because I believe what they do is divine. And when you are doing something divine, you really don't deserve that your soul is taken away from you. Every relationship you have within a school context should be all about life-giving. And here's the secret word. It's abundance. When you believe really in this secret word, here's the thing. You will never feel that giving has taken anything from you. It's absolutely the opposite. You will feel that your energy is overflowing and that you're unable to not give, because the more you give, the more you receive, which the schools don't embrace in their official language. You would always hear, we have no budget, we have no time, and we cannot allocate this, we cannot do that, which is a language that doesn't embrace abundance. It doesn't embrace the mentality of growth. And I believe to really give and receive equally, you should embrace the mentality of really abundance and life-giving. So therefore, I believe as an educator, once you reach that level of self-awareness and confidence with who you are and why you are there, the more you give, the more you receive, and the more you flourish.
That's really beautiful. And it makes me think of your first point, which is modeling. And so if you are supporting educators to feel that abundant feeling within themselves, it will ripple out and model to the children, which is really why educators, most educators, I would say, are in the work that they're in, is to make that lifelong impact. I would really like you to share any information about this session, this learning event that I'm co-hosting with you this Wednesday, 12 o'clock. Could you share what people can expect if they sign up to cultivate awareness and visioning with Ola this Wednesday?
So, number one, you're going to step out of yourself as an outsider and see who you are, but with the eyes of your love really. And that will allow you to recognize some of the blind spots that we all have. But these blind spots don't necessarily have to be weaknesses. They are strengths. And every weakness is actually a strength if you just flip the coin and change your perspective. So what I promise you is that not I will change you or who you are. No, I'll show you a path, a way to embrace your true self and to accept who you are and to make self-development really an endless journey that always starts with self-awareness and goes back to it.
I'm so excited. I'm so excited to join you and to see who shows up. I find it fascinating to shine spotlights on individuals like yourself who are really sparkling bright in a time when we really need you. Who is showing up for themselves? Who is showing up for these events? It's always just the right people at just the right time. So, Ola, how do people find you if they can't come to this event? How do they find you in your work?
So they can always reach out to my LinkedIn account, which is the same name, Ola Elkhatib, or my email, which I will share with you straight after the session so that you can guide them through, or through you as well. Hope, Brain Trust. I'm there.
You're there. I can't wait. Thank you so much for sharing, Ola.
Thank you.